Well, it's halftime of the noon games, or 11 a.m. if you live in Central Time like me. It's halftime, and we have an interesting development in Columbus, Ohio. Now, going into this game, all you heard was that Oregon was overrated. Oregon's not any good. Oregon's going to go in there. They're going to take their beating to Ohio State. Hell, they only beat Fresno State by 7 last week. Oregon doesn't have a chance in the world. I gave Oregon a little bit more credit than a lot of people were getting out of them, but I still picked Ohio State to win by at least 10, I said. I think I said 41-31 Ohio State. Well, Oregon has come into the horseshoe and has given Ohio State all they want and then some. They're up 14-7 at the break. I said the big development into this game is going to be Anthony Brown, quarterback for Oregon. Last year Oregon started. I forget who they started. I forget his name was like Thomas or something. They started some white quarterback, and he wasn't great. So they put in this Anthony Brown near the end of some games. They're like, hey, this Anthony Brown looks halfway decent. He can't really. His arm's not great, but he can run the ball. And then Anthony Brown comes out week 1 against Fresno State, and he scores a winning touchdown at the end of the game. We're like, oh, what's this Anthony Brown going to do? Boston College transfer. What's he going to do on the road to Ohio State? Now, he's looked pretty good. He's been running the ball really well. He's picked up some tough third downs with his legs. He's made some good throws. But the big guy that has been getting it done for Oregon, and I kind of forgot this guy was still there, C.J. Verdell. I feel like he's been there since the iPhone 3. But C.J. Verdell has looked very good. He has 2 touchdowns, both from about 14 yards out. The Oregon's been running the ball, controlling the clock. They're playing the field position battle very well. I know there was a situation where Oregon was backed up on like a 3rd and 8 at their own 1, and I think Anthony Brown was able to run around and make a play there, and I think they ended up scoring on that drive. Ohio State, now C.J. Stroud was horrendous in the first half against Minnesota. Absolutely horrendous. But he really picked it up in the second half of that game, and I'm like, okay, he deserves some credit. C.J. Stroud played really well. He comes on in the first quarter of this game and looks bad again. C.J. Stroud looked awful in the first quarter, but in the second quarter of this game, he did end up finding himself. He made some good throws. I think Olave had a touchdown, found an open man. So they scored, but Oregon went right back down there. And the big thing for Ohio State is 4th down. I think they're 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 on 4th down. They went for a 4th down. They went for a 4th and 7 on the opening drive when they were in field goal range. I think it would have been like a 40-yard field goal. They went for it on 4th and 7, didn't get it. And they went for it on 4th and 2 near the end of the first half. Didn't get that one either. So Ohio State's going to have to find a way to convert on 3rd down. Oregon's defense has really been shutting down the run. And they're forcing C.J. Stroud to make some tough throws, which he has a little bit, but you're not going to be able to survive this way. Oregon's been controlling the clock and giving Ohio State all they want. And Oregon gets the ball to start the half. If they could score to start the half, Ohio State could be on. They're already on upset alert. But if Oregon could score to open up the half, they're really going to be in trouble. Scores around the country. Pitt and Tennessee are tied at 20 with like 40 seconds left in the half. We can see how that game's going right now. Did anyone end up scoring? I don't know. People are giving Joe Milton a hard time because he keeps overthrowing people. But Tennessee, high-scoring game already. They're tied with Pitt. I know Virginia is absolutely beating the brakes off of Illinois. Illinois is not very good. My Michigan State Spartans looking very good against Youngstown State. It is Youngstown State, but Peyton Thorne is swinging the ball all around the field. And Kenneth Walker has been a beast for Michigan State. Those two look really good so far. I know it's Youngstown State, but they do look good. East Carolina up on South Carolina. That's not great for an SEC team to be losing to an AAC team. And not only that, the AAC is about to lose all their good teams. They're about to lose UCF and Cincinnati and Houston. All to the Big 12. So you're not even losing to a really good ACC team. You're losing to an 0-1 East Carolina team. So is South Carolina, if you took all the football teams from both Carolinas, would South Carolina make the top 10? They're not better than East Carolina or App State or North Carolina or Duke or Wake. So I don't know. Let me know. Are they better than the Citadel? Maybe. They're not better than Clemson. But yeah, South Carolina just not any good. But yeah, that's all really for the noon games. Excited to see Iowa State later today, but we'll see if Oregon can hold on to the end of this game. Their defenses look real good. And, not to mention, no Kayvon Thibodeaux or, that freshman linebacker. What was his name? They were talking about this freshman linebacker, Justin Flo. They're talking about this Justin Flo is the real deal. Oh, Pitt just scored a touchdown with 19 seconds left in the half. Okay. So Pitt's going to be up 27. We're talking about this Justin Flo, like, oh my God, he won freshman Pac-12 Player of the Week. This guy's so good. He's not there. No Kayvon Thibodeaux, who is supposed to be the number one pick in the draft. They're talking about how good this Kayvon Thibodeaux is. He's not there either. And their defense is still shutting down Ohio State. They can't run the ball to save their lives, Ohio State. It really had some trouble getting a ground game going. So, but that's your halftime report for the noon games. I'll see you back, I guess, at the end of the noon games. But yeah, Oregon giving Ohio State all they can handle. I want to see Oregon win.